Okay, so in this video, I'm just going to show you how to use Di's PowerPoint Replicator, as I had a few people ask me. So once you've downloaded the file and open it, this is what it's going to look like inside. So you're going to get a folder with the software in it, and this is the one that we're going to use here, PowerPoint Replicator for Journals and Planners. And then you also get some sample templates in here as well that you can use, or you can create your own. And then you've got your instructions down here. So the first thing that I did was create the PowerPoint file. I'll show you how I did that. So this is what I have created. Now I did all this from scratch. So this is just basically squares. I used the drawing tools and shapes. So this is just the shapes that I used in here. And then just the colors. So you make your basic template, or you just use one of the templates that come in one of the upsells. And basically the reason that we have the colors in the box is just so that you can identify where you want to put everything. So in this first box, let's just zoom in a little bit so you can see it. So I've put the day, and then you need the percentage sign. So this is so that the software, the program, when it runs, will work. So and it has to be in capitals, right? And this can be anything. It doesn't have to be day. If you wanted to put time in here, the month, the year, an instruction, you can put anything in there. You just have to have a field name for it. So whatever you feel comfortable adding in here. So again, so this can change. This can be, like a journal prompt or a quote. So if we wanted just to say quote, we could do that instead. And again, you want to put it all in caps, and then the percentage sign in the beginning and at the end. And all I did here was just add a little image. Again, now I could make this change images as well if I wanted to, but I'm just going to have that like on every single page. And then what I did here was just add a few lines, and now this is the image that is going to change on every single page. Right? So I'm going to have the one up here is just going to be the standard, like my logo image. You could put your logo up here. And now this is the one that I want to change. Now when you add the image boxes, you want to make sure that they pretty much match the size of your images. So if most of your images are rectangles, then make this more of a rectangle. If they're more square, then you want to make them, just change it so that it's square. And to do that is under drawing tools, click on format, and then you'll see the height and the width. So obviously if you wanted to square, we're just going to go 2 by 2. Okay, so you can just play with that size that you need there. And now I've already, because if you're going to publish this on KDP as well, I've put in the guidelines as I normally would on any template. And then I just know to keep everything inside all of these lines. Okay, so now just to keep this simple, we'll just do one page, but the replicator can do up to 6 pages. So you could have, just for example, if we duplicate this slide and we wanted to have the image on this side in this one, we could change that around there. Okay, so then this would be image. So now when you do the field names, this one here, you want to have as image, we would put a 1 in front of it. Okay, and then this one here would be image 2. Okay, because you want to have the different images in there. Again, you don't have to keep the word image. You could make this, another quote, again, instructions, a goal of the day, any title or any text title images that you want put in here, that's what you can insert into here. I will just go down on the zoom again. Okay, so I'm just going to delete this page for now. We're just going to do the one page, and then you just want to make sure that you save it. Okay, so just get that page ready, and then when you're happy with it, we'll just leave it basic as well. And of course, you can have any size page that you want. I mean, most of us are just doing the KDP publishing, but if you wanted to make these small enough to make social media images, you can do that as well. You just change the page size. And again, you would go to custom, the slide size, custom, and then just change the dimensions to whatever you wanted here. And if you wanted portrait landscape, so you just change everything in here. Okay, so that's the first step. So you make sure that you save the file. And now the next step is that we have to get our, well, we're going to open up the replicator. So this is the actual software that we're going to use to merge everything together. Okay, now before we do that, as you can see, it says select the PowerPoint file. Where we've created the PowerPoint file, now we need the Excel data file. Okay, so we need this one, which is what we have to create next. So it's just basically you open, all I did was open a file new, a new sheet, and then on the top here, you have to add the names that match the PowerPoint slide. So as you remember, we had day, quote, and image. So we want to make sure day, I'm going to change this now to quote. Because they have to match, otherwise it won't work. And now my image is here. So now what you want to do is we want to just fill in all of these fields. Now, what you have to remember is, you know, I want the day to appear, but I have, how many do we have? We have 101 quotes that I want to use. So all you have to do here is to get this to repeat, is just going to go copy and paste. And you're just going to paste it all the way down until we fill everything in. You don't have to worry about not having enough images or quotes because you can just make it all repeat to get the number of pages that you want. Okay, we're almost there. Okay, so it's going to finish. Okay, so I might just actually just remove these last ones because then it will go from Monday to Sunday, so it adds, so it's finishes on the right day. Okay, and I always just like to pull the this column over so that everything is in between it. And then all I did here as well, I just found the file with my quotes in them and copied and pasted it straight in. And now the next one that you want to do here is the image. So we have to make the path to where our images are on our computer. Now the nice thing about the images is that we don't have to go and resize them. You just want to remember, you know, if they're squares, make sure your block on the PowerPoint file is a square. If this is more rectangle, then return it into a rectangle. So these are the images that I'm going to use. So they're more square. So I'm just going to go double check that this is more of a square shape. So I've got two, so I just wanted a little bigger. So, okay. And then I'm going to put it right there. And if these lines are too big, I can just actually make them a tad smaller. So it's just like with any template, you just want to make sure that you move things around a little bit. We could just move that up. If I wanted to make these go to the edge of the picture, I can do that too. And then just every time make sure that you close it, save everything. Okay, so now we go back to the picture file that we're going to use, which is this one here, and we want to copy the path. So we don't have to worry about making a new folder, adding all the images in it. We just go to whatever ones we want to use, and then we're going to click on them. So I've just added these, so I'm going to add the next one. So you click on the first one that you want to use. If I wanted to use all of these images, and I would just hold the Shift key, click on the last, it's highlighted all of them, but there's some in here that I don't want to use. So I'm just going, these ones I want up to here. I want everything up to this one. From there, so click on the first, click on the last, they're all highlighted in blue. And then you just go up here, you'll see it says copy path. So just click on that. And now we go back to the Excel spreadsheet and you're just gonna paste. And as you can see, like it's pasting all these images in here. Okay, and then we go get some more. And I want this one to this one. So you highlight them, copy path, go over to your sheet. So you can see it takes time to set things up, but remember, you can use these again. So let's go back and just grab those last couple. Then I just want that one and that one, copy the path. And then we're going to just paste them in here. Okay, so now we've got 34. And again, we just want to, so click on the first one, click on the last, it's going to highlight them all, right click, copy, and we're going to do a paste. Okay, we're just going to make it match to the length. Just keep going down. Okay, so that actually, so we've only got to take the one out here. Okay, so we can just delete this one here. Okay, and then our page is ready to go. Now, if you had a different field, like if you had more images, then you would make another column here, image 2, but make sure that you have the titles at the top. So I'm just going to save this. I gotta go find, let me just find where it is. Okay. Okay, so now all of this is ready to go, and you can follow the instructions that Di has in her book here as well. Like she explains, you know, right shift, click on your mouse, copy the path, select it, paste it in here. So by following this as well, it's really easy to, you know, get it to work. Okay, so now once you've got everything here, we're going to select the PowerPoint file, we're going to select the Excel data file, then you verify everything, so it's going to tell you that everything's good to go, and then you hit the replicate, and that's it. Okay, so we'll do that next here. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint replicator here. Now we have to select and find the files. When you first open this, you may have a yellow bar up here, and you have to, I had to hit it twice to edit the contents, and then it was another message up there. So if you see anything yellow, just hit it to allow it, and then it will all disappear for you. So I'm just waiting to find the files here. Okay, so then you're going to navigate to where you have your PowerPoint file saved, click on it and open it. So after that you've created it, you want to close it out. So now this software is going to reopen it. Okay, and then next, and as you can see here, it's now got PowerPoint Replicator Video Test PowerPoint file. Now we go and find the Excel data sheet. Okay, and here you can see it's Excel. This is all the information that we created. So we'll open that one up. And then again, it's found it here. Now you just hit on the verify selected the files, and it will say verification finished. Okay. And as you see here, it says day quote image. They're the fields that we have. And then this is just telling you that it will also save all the images for you as the JPEG as well. And then you just hit replicate. Okay, and then it's going to do its magic. So it's going to do us 100 pages here. Okay, and as you can see, it's going pretty fast. Obviously, if you just do a few pages, it goes faster, but Okay, so now it will tell you that it's finished. Okay, and pop over to PowerPoint. As you'll go into the folder. Okay, and then you'll see now, once it's done, the new version is going to have your name plus Replicator PPTX on it. This is the one that we want to open. And it always leaves the first page as how you set it. So obviously you would delete this afterwards. But now we can go through it, and it's got the name, and I did the italics, so italics showed up. Maybe I should have done it in white. And then it's got the quotes, and it's got the image. And as you'll see, it goes through here, Tuesday quote image, Thursday quote image, Friday, there's Wednesday in here too. So there's the Wednesday one, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, and then all the images are in there as well. So that's how easily you can create your journal. Other things to keep in mind is when you're setting up the first page here, if I'd wanted this in white, then I would have just changed the font color. So change the font color, the styles, everything before you run it. So this I could have made white. If I wanted it bold, we could have bolded it. The same here. If I want this text a different color, then whatever color you make this is the color the text is going to be. And the same thing with the shape. So if I didn't want the fill, you could leave it white, but it's just, I like to do the blocks as easy so you can see what's going on until you get used to using the replicator. And then the image too, if you didn't want the border when you're setting it up, you would just go no outline. So then you're just going to get the images without the border on it. Okay, so that's how easy it is to use Di's PowerPoint Replicator. So if you have any other questions, let me know. And let's just show you here one more thing. Okay, and as you can see, we did, what have we got here? 99 pages, put the front page there in that replicator in less than 2 minutes. So that's how easy it is to use. Okay, so let me know if you have any other questions. I'm happy to help you out with that. Thank you.